Hello and welcome back to the Battle Room. I'm, of course, the Battle Room. And today I'm joined by Raghav. How you doing, buddy?
I've been doing pretty good. Just got a big exam out the way. I've been doing a lot of studying, a lot of reading, but what I haven't been doing is making reads. I need to get my game up, and so we've got a banger match for you today. Alyse Johnson versus Sierra Elsbecker.
So this took place at the Milwaukee Regionals. I thought, you know what? I saw some comments talking about Oricorio. I didn't watch this matchup myself, so this is brand new to me, brand new to you as well. And it features one of the most crazy teams I've seen do well at a regional. I believe she ended up finishing 9-3, I believe, or maybe 8-4.
Fire. Oh
Either way, very deep into the tournament, competing with the best of the best here, right? Like it's succeeding really well. And also Sierra ended up actually making top 8 at this tournament as well. So we have a really high level match. They're both very new players being featured on the stream. And also, they're very, very successful, ended up finishing incredibly well at this tournament. So I'm curious about the Golduck team. I'm curious to see how this Dancer team can function and, perform at a high level. Because sometimes you do see these type of teams and when they don't succeed, you're like, okay, whatever, they didn't cook. But clearly, she cooked here. So I'm excited to see how it works. Also, fun fact, it was the only Oricorio in the entire tournament as well.
No, this is so hype. I love having new players on, especially with crazy teams. Sometimes I think with how big VGC's gotten, how hard these tournaments are, a lot of these wacky, crazy teams slip through the cracks. But we've got some true sauce here, and she piloted it well to a high finish at a regional. So I'm really curious to see how this goes because Sierra's team's got some really solid mons. I mean, just everything that's broken, and a Primarina, of course. But we're gonna take a closer look at these teams. I'm just so excited already.
Yeah, I actually had the honor of playing against Sierra as well at the tournament. I'll talk about her team a little bit more once we get to hers. But right off the bat here, we have the Oricorio Sensu as well. I don't even know, do you know what Revelation Dance does?
Think it's a psychic type move for this Oricorio, right?
I think it'd be Ghost. I think this is the Ghost one.
Oh, sorry, Ghost. I knew that. Yeah, no,
But
I'm not sure, honestly.
I think it's just a base 80 power move. I'm not fully sure. We'll see if we see it. But a big thing here is obviously how the interaction works, of course, is the Dancer, right? Any dance move that is used will be used again, by the Oricorio. So if you use Quiver Dance or Fiery Dance, the Oricorio will follow up immediately afterward and use it as well. So Oricorio basically gets to move twice, which is kind of nuts. It sounds broken when you think about it. And I think it's not as gimmicky as you might think, because hitting something with Fire Dance and then the Oricorio casts Fiery Dance as well is absurd. That's brutal. That's hard to deal with. That's Oricorio is not completely worthless, right, in terms of damage. It is a special attacker. And it, again, if you do set up the Quiver Dance, it also sets up the Quiver Dance, so it can start getting going. And then you also see this crazy simple beam Golduck. Golduck's kind of neat because of Cloud9 is relevant in this format. There's a lot of hail, a lot of sun, a lot of
Oh my god, I forgot
rain.
about that too.
Yeah, so Golduck is actually pretty real in this format. Cloud9 is a great ability, but then we have the Simple Beam. So you could Simple Beam your own Volcarona to set up basically you'd get +2/+2 in speed, special attack, and special defense. So
Dude,
that could
she
go
hits
really nuts.
so hard. It's actually insane. Because same with Fire. Would Fire Dance be a +2 after Simple Beam, or how does that
Yes,
work?
yes, it would be a +2. Yeah, yeah, and because it does work negatively as well because it changes your whole ability to simple. So you do lose flame body, importantly, but then also if you get intimidated, you don't care, but it is a -2. So if you do get icy winded, it is a -2 as well. So if you do get your
Okay,
stats
yeah.
dropped, it does have its drawbacks. But it also does go really hard if those drawbacks are avoided, right? If you do get the Fiery Dance boost, you Quiver Dance once, you're at +2, and then you get the Fire Dance, you're at +4. The game's just fucking over.
No, Golduck was the craziest part of the team for me. I mean, Oricorio was crazy too, but Golduck was dude, what does it even do? But Cloud9 is so funny in this meta right now with all the Ninetales out there, the rain, and I really like that she Loki cooks so hard with Fire Dance. It's like a little parental bond when with Volcarona or Oricorio. I also like that you're trying to stack these Quiver Dances and Oricorio is not the bulkiest mon, so slap a Citrus Berry on it. I'm curious about its EV spread and stuff too. I think these are just some really interesting choices because you got the screens too.
Hmm.
It seems like it's a team that has a lot of bulk, even though some of these Pokemon are kind of exploitable defensively.
Yeah, it seems like it is just like an entirely like Volcarona centric team. Like everything seems to be about the Moth, right? Like you have Simple Beam, you have Double Fake Out, you have Screens, you have Thunderwave, you have the Dancer next to Volcarona. So it seems like Volcarona is going to be the most important Pokemon here, and we'll have to see how she's able to pilot it to find success with Volcarona. Because again, like this is the star of the team. Like there's so much support for it.
Well, she's got some good glue, got Grimmsnarl, and Instant Sneasler, of course, two of the best Pokemon in the format. You can't really go
Yeah.
wrong with that. But let's see what Sierra has to kind of counter this shit.
Yeah, Sierra's team is pretty crazy. I actually think it was a pretty good call into the tour. But once again, I did play into Sierra, and when I played against this team was hard. I think she has a lot of cool, like, just like slightly off meta stuff while also maintaining like that really concrete meta core of Sneasler, Blood Moon, and Rillaboom. But then the other three Pokemon are a little bit weird. I think Electabuzz was positioned excellently for Milwaukee. I think Electabuzz, he destroyed me and she destroyed the tournament with this guy. I think Electabuzz has been kind of like disrespected a little bit, and I think he really popped off at this tournament. And I think he was in a great spot. I think Electro Up is really, really good. I think pairing that with Ursaluna is really strong, and then also having Taunt and a just insanely bulky Pokemon's really good. And then this Primarina, spoiler alert, it's very, very fast. It's super fast. So being able to pair that with the Electro Web is really powerful as well. And what's cool about running Haze on Primarina, which means that means you don't have to run it on Dragonite, which frees up his extra slot, and he decided to run Extreme Speed. Like having Extreme Speed on the guy is pretty sick. But yeah, I think her team is pretty cool. And then drum beating as well. There's just a lot of little speed control pieces that are just really powerful here.
Yeah, I really like the decision to use these like really strong Pokemon but run slightly offsets. Like none of
Hmm.
these are completely new. Maybe this, really fast Primarina is definitely uncommon, but we've seen the Leftovers Blood Moon do so well. We've seen Grassy Seed Sneasler and that drum beating Rillaboom specifically, with Justin Tang's team. And Dragonite's just so broken, and I really like being able to run E-Speed. It's just such a good cleanup move. And yeah, you mentioned there's so much speed control on this team. You got the Electro Web, you've got the Tailwind and the Drum Beating. So she's able to keep her positioning at all times, only being kind of countered by Trick Room, which is really weak in the meta right now. So I really do like this build. I think it's a bit awkward sometimes, like where's the damage coming from? But I
Hmm.
think this might be a little bit of a slower game. I mean, you've got the Yawn on Sierra's end, and you've just got screens and setup on the other end. So I really think it could be anyone's game. This haze might be really important,
Hmm.
but it is definitely threatened by Elisa's team.
I think also having that Giga Drain on Volcarona could be a big deal. At least like you can threaten or force a Terra onto Primarina at some point, which could be pretty valuable as well. So I think Giga Drain could come up big. And then I also think the Yawn could come up big. So we'll have to see how these trainers approach the matchup. What are you doing if you're, let's say, Alyse? How are you approaching this matchup?
Well, if I'm Elise, I feel like you have to dance around this Blood Moon. I
Hmm.
think Grimmsnarl is really good at setting up those screens because the light clay means it's going to last for a long time. But you need to have some active gameplay into that Blood Moon, prevent Yawn from just going crazy. So I'm not sure if you get to just set up a Quiver Dance turn one unless you lead it with Fake Out.
True, true. So we're going to see Primarina and Dragonite for Sierra, and then we are going to see Grimmsnarl and Volcarona.
Okay, well, this isn't so bad. There is Haze, but I don't. Bless you, Mr. Battle Room. That was a gnarly one.
I did mute for that one, but yeah. So as you're saying, no Haze, or Haze is led, but we have Grimmsnarl and Volk. No Ursaluna, I think, is big here, right? You're not threatened by Yawn because Yawn is the big killer to all setup teams, and I think that's why the Yawn set is so broken right now.
Yeah, I like this. I like a potential Reflect, actually, instead of a Light Screen. Just because the Scale Shot's going to do so much damage, and you are that Terra Grass. Unlike what's usually, seen with Terra Fairy, I think maybe you can Reflect in Terra Grass and just, like, attack. A Quiver Dance is risky, but I don't mind it, because, I mean, Sierra would have to be forced to click Haze next turn, and you still get a +1 attack off. I don't mind it so much.
Yeah, and I think also you are getting rid of the speed boost as well. You can start spamming Thunderwave. So I think it's not a terrible turn if Haze is clicked. We're going to see Reflect. I love the Reflect. It's just easy, safe turn, right? Like you set up. Oh, we're actually seeing Tailwind from D9. So he's not even going for damage. That's lit. Which means you can't even haze this away.
Yeah, and you can definitely get the Thunder Wave off next turn. Smack it with a little Giga Drain. If you force the Terra Poison, I feel like you're really happy with that because the rest of your Pokemon in the back can punish it. Dragonite starts getting hit with that Spirit Break. And Volcarona's not looking that bad, especially with these screens up. So I'm not minding this position from Alyse. You just need to find damage fast, especially if Sierra tears or switches out that Prim.
True, true. I think Grimmsnarl is also in like a somewhat respectable spot here, just because it's protected a little bit by Volcarona. Obviously, if the Terra Poison comes out, that could be bad for Grimmsnarl, but otherwise, I think Grimmsnarl's kind of chilling, dude. He actually might be able to make cause a lot of problems with Thunder Wave. Like, if he's getting multiple screens and multiple Thunder Waves off, the value from Grimmsnarl is going to be absurd. And I think the longer this game goes, which I expect it to go kind of long, the paralysis is just going to add up, and it's just going to make the game extremely favored.
Yeah, Grimmsnarl's fallen off a little bit in the meta, but I used it in the last GC to, like a 5th place finish in America. And I have to say, all of it is because of Grimmsnarl. I didn't play better than my opponents, Thunder Wave did. Alright, this thing is so broken. And I feel like, yeah, Sierra switched out into that Rillaboom. But, she might be screwed later if that Rillaboom has to get out at clutch attack. And we see Scale Shot really not doing that much. But if she gets 5 attacks off, I wouldn't be mad at all.
Yeah, 5 is going to do a lot. There is going to be a Grassy Terrain boost to Giga Drain into Rillaboom, so there's a little bit of HP, right? Looking like 10 to 20 HP. But then you also have your lefties, and you also have Grassy Terrain. So I think this might have shrugged off most of this Scale Shot, to be honest.
That's actually incredible. This must be a really fat Volk. We see it has the Grassy Terrain HP. I think that means it's max HP. And yeah, wow, that is really good after Grassy Terrain and lefties. Especially if you have Instant in the back. I'm not sure what Alyse has in the back, but she is sitting really well, especially with Haze off the board. There's no Yawn. You finally got something good in, like that Rillaboom. Ooh, it's not Spirit Break, it's Foul Play. I forgot to notice that.
That's a big deal, though. I mean, like, regardless of, no matter which one it is, it's still going to hurt Dragonite so bad because he's just lowering his defenses. So even Multiscale can't protect you too long here. But yeah, now you do threaten Rillaboom because Rillaboom's paralyzed now. So you're like, hey, Prim switched out? I don't really care. I'm still threatening your guy, right? I'm still threatening damage. Also, the Protect play is super valid as well if you want to just heal some HP. Alyse just kind of has a lot of options right now.
Yeah, especially with that Reflect up, I feel like Grimmsnarl is sitting pretty. I feel like there's not much pressure on the board from Sierra. Free Foul Play, and I'm feeling so confident. I think Alyse has this in the bag right now.
Wow. Already, literally, all that's gone off is a Giga Drain and a Scale Shot, and your confidence in the bag. We are going to see a Terra Fire from Rillaboom, which I think is respectable. You just want to live the turn. I actually wasn't paying attention. I don't know what the Volcarona went for. It went for Protect. Oh,
Went for Protect,
God.
just to heal.
That's beautiful.
It's very safe.
It's very safe. I think it's very good. And we're going to see a Fake Out onto Grimmsnarl.
That was a crit, yep.
And a Scale Shot onto Volcarona. That was a good turn. I think Volcarona just getting that free leftovers, like, it's basically going to be close to full, right? Like, this thing's just healing like crazy.
Yeah, and the one positive for Sierra is that there's not that much damage on the board like that Volk can do right now. It's hitting into resist. But if you can break that multi-scale, I feel like D-Knight's really upset.
Yeah.
That being said, Sierra has options. She can Protect, she can double the Grimmsnarl. We do see that Incineroar in the back for Alyse. That is actually so good. I just feel like it's another free Quiver Dance for real. Scale Shot did so little. You can just shrug it off again.
And we saw her switch in the Oricorio. So now Oricorio is going for the free boost as well. It's a little risky, right? But like, not really, because you're not going to Scale Shot that slot. That's the only way to really.
It's not that bad. Yeah, it's gonna take the resisted Woodhammer.
Yeah. Like, and like the moves that would go into that slot are Woodhammer or Extreme Speed, both of which it resists. So Oricorio's coming in as the shiny one as well, and we're gonna see the Scale Shot. I think if it got some crazy crits, it could be bad, but other than that, it's chilling. And it also completely walls Rillaboom as well, just because Rillabooms don't run U-turn anymore. So yeah, Volcarona's chilling. This Woodhammer is gonna get it really low, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I actually think it's a drum beating. Remember?
Oh, it is. It is drum beating.
So that could be really annoying too, because now the Dragonite might be faster.
It's definitely faster, yeah.
After the Scale Shots and the Tailwinds? Yeah, actually you're right. So the drum beating would just be the cherry on top. I think I would have liked to see an instant switch in instead, just to like really reduce the amount of damage and just be healthier for another turn. Like,
drum beating
you have plenty of time, but the drum beating goes into the Oricorio.
I think that's totally acceptable here. I just don't
Dude,
know
for
how.
some reason, I
Okay.
just thought the Oricorio would have competitive. I don't know why.
The bird, maybe you're just thinking Kilowattrel, my goat. Um,
That might be it. That's probably what it is.
but he is chilling here. He is like the Oricorio is probably threatened by Skill Shot, but at the same time Reflects Up, and it has Citrus Berry, so that is another bonus here. It probably can freely dance. It's gonna probably start. Now's the chance, right? Also, another fun, cool little interaction that you can do with Oricorio specifically is that you can actually protect Oricorio, and Dancer will still go off. So Oricorio can fire off Fire Dances or Quiver Dances from behind Protect, which is pretty neat. Like if this strategy gets snowballing, it actually just looks absurd, and I think that that's what Alyse is trying to go for this game. Is just trying to set up.
Oh, I thought that quiver was really greedy, but with this Tailwind having to be reset up, it's actually super duper free. Sierra's probably expecting a Protect or something too, and Alyse is taking this negative momentum and turning it into a +2 Oricorio.
And what is this? A +3 Volcarona as well. And
This
it
Giga
just
Drain's gonna be flag.
also, is this about to be a fat tailwind from the Oricorio? It is. So now the tailwinds are matched. I don't actually remember the D9. I think he did 2 scale shots, maybe 3.
I think D-Knight's at 2, yeah. And
Okay.
so the
So
drum
then
beating going to
Shroud Speed.
Oricorio again. I feel like you're supposed to hit the Volk, but at this point, Volk is gonna go back to like 4, like with this
Dude,
Giga Drain.
it's just slowly healing, dude. It's slowly working its way back up. It is diligent. It is going to get its HP back to full. And now we're gonna see Revelation Dance, so we'll finally see what this move does. And a Fire Dance. Okay, let's see it.
I'm scared that it's gonna die, dude, to scale shot drum beating.
Oricorio?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%, 100%. It is dying to that. But the question is if Sierra is going to go for that option. I totally think that she could target down the Volcarona as well, so maybe it does just get a free Revelation Dance off as well. I think this situation isn't bad. I'm curious to see how much this Fire Dance does. It will be multi-scale resisted, and then Oricorio will get its turn. It is at +2. I mean, it's not stab or anything, so it's kind of whatever. Oricorio is so weird, man. It's such a cool Pokemon when it actually gets going. All right, here it is. The Fire Dance, the Double Dancer.
It's gonna be
Okay.
20.
That was
Okay,
respectable. And now here comes Dancer. Does it get the boost?
Yeah. We'll take it, man. We'll take it.
And we're gonna
No
see the
special
skill
attack
shot.
boost.
Oh, it's totally
Yeah,
living.
that's looking really close. I think drum beating kills. Yeah, actually, no
Dude,
doubt in my head.
the HP stat of Oricorio is pitiful, dude. But it's surprisingly
If I just died a scale shot, holy
no,
shit.
it's living. It's living on 1. It's living on 1. It's living on 1. It was 4. It would have lived on 1 if it was 5. And does it? I don't know the speed on this guy.
Is Oricorio faster? Like that's my.
It is.
It is. Oh my god! And now the D-Knight's down. That was the biggest threat to this Volk. Like, how does
Yeah.
Sierra gonna kill Volk?
I don't
Does
think
she
it's
have
possible.
the damage?
Because now also Primarina can't Terra, so this is just a free Quiver Dance whenever you want it, and we are going to see the drum beating going to Volcarona. So now it's at +2. At this point, I think maybe you're right, is that we needed to see a lot of priority on slowing down the Volcarona over and over again.
Yeah, I think Sierra just had her drum beating targets off for a couple turns.
Mm-hmm.
Because that Oricorio ended up being faster than Rillaboom anyway. So you would have liked to slow down the Volk, so at least D-Knight could have moved again.
Yeah, I mean, Reflect is honestly going nuts this game. Reflect is hard carrying because it's just allowing the Oricorio to live. Volcarona is taking negative damage. It's
But Rilla's
just chilling.
paralyzed. That's so big too.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. He's been paralyzed the entire time. It's moved every time, but
Yeah, that's why we forgot. I mean, Sarah may be a little lucky, but still, it's not enough for Alyse's dancer strat. She's literally dancing on him right now.
this is like actually like the textbook showcase of how this is supposed to work, dude. Like set up the screen, get these guys going, get a little bit of speed control in your favor, and then just sweep once the board position allows for it. Like she was very patient. She played it very slow and got to the point where she needed to, and the game's looking good. All right, what is the last
I didn't
Pokemon?
see what she locked into, but it's taking a Revelation Dance, which should be a one-shot onto this Grassy Seed Sneasler, which doesn't even proc its ability. Brim protects, but it's just delaying the inevitable. I said it at the beginning. Alyse had this on lock.
You did. You called it. You called this one. And now here comes the +2 Revelation Dance. It's about to smack the Sneasler, and oh, Sneasler did live.
What? Okay, definitely is the ghost one. Not the psychic.
So, okay. Do we have a game here? Because Volcarona is only at +2. So, Rillaboom can come in, and there could be an Acrobatics in the Volcarona, But then I am a little bit worried about Alyse if she loses Volcarona. How does she actually beat Prim? Because we know it is a Ensign Grimmsnarl back. So it is actually looking like a little bit scary. I guess maybe I forgot what she did here. You could also just like protect this turn, play it slow, and then bring in your Incineroar. You're probably okay.
I think I would have liked to see that. Maybe just protect because Sierra has to switch in the Rillaboom to get the speed boost, which gives you another leftovers and grassy terrain. I'm not sure if Reflect is ending in 2 turns. That might be the case. But Sierra can't Terra because the Rillaboom's already a fire type. So that Acrobatics is not going to be as strong as it could be.
True.
And I think Alyse has got a really fat Volk and Reflect and Intimidate. So I don't mind this Fiery Dance if she switches out Oricorio, but she didn't.
And she's chilling though. Sierra does get the protect off, and the Volcarona just freely attacks. Are we gonna see the Dancer too? No, we don't. We're gonna see the Air Slash. Okay.
Yeah, it has to go off. I think that was kind of risky, honestly.
I think maybe what she was saying was like, hey, if you take Volcarona, I'm going to kill you with Oricorio. And then I think it would have been really scary if Sierra just like stayed in with Prim. That would have been the real scary one. But
No,
now
because then
Reflexo-
Caesar's not faster.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So yeah, I feel like maybe she was just saying, "Hey, I'm gonna win with Oricorio. I'm gonna be able to bring in Instant. I'm gonna get advantageous Fake Out, and then I'm just gonna whittle this thing down somehow." But now we're
I think
gonna
that's
see
a bit risky because
a little bit.
this plus dude didn't even take out Sneasler, so I don't know if it'd have enough juice to take out the Prim, especially with Protect and Grassy Glide threat.
Yeah.
But it worked out for her. She just gets to switch and Protect now. And I think it's going to be good no matter what. Even if we see Sierra double that instant switch in, you can bring in the Grimmsnarl for a Thunder Wave and just kind of reset up Reflect, have your way. I feel like as long as this Volk doesn't die to a crit or something, I think Alyse has got this.
Yeah, I think it literally is just a crit. I mean, this could be the turn for Sierra to just go nuts and try to set up a Swords Dance or something. That's like the only way back into this one. And even then, I'm not fully sure if you even win that. Okay, we are going to see the Protect. Let's see it. What are we going to
Swords
see?
Dance would be nice. Fake out the Oricorio and Swords Dance. Ooh, it's paralyzed, so it wouldn't have even mattered. What do you think?
It's going to be
Acrobatics.
aggro.
Okay.
So now I think
It's too difficult of a play to make.
I think this is safe. I think so. Volk's at +2. At +3, do you outspeed the Grassy Seed Sneasler? You don't? I'm not sure.
I thought you did, but
I
my
think
math's
maybe
not
you
great.
do. Because if you do, then I think it's just Fake Out Quiver Dance. Yeah, okay. It is Fake Out Quiver Dance. So she does
You can
definitely
get drum
outspeed
beating.
it. You could get drum beating. You could. But then I think you're just allowed to protect Flare Blitz
Protect
next
Switch.
turn. Yeah, protect
Blitz
Switch.
is
I
not
like
bad either.
I like protect Switch. I think that's probably
Because
worth
then you can
it.
just switch in Grimmsnarl, get your Reflect back up in T-Wave.
Mm-hmm.
It does risk a Sword Stance, but we haven't seen Sierra take a risky move like that yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like there's just no reason not to Quiver Dance. I mean, a Fake Out would be fine. I would have liked to see the Fake Out on Rillaboom. Really just show him what you're made of.
I think this is a safe play though. I mean, I think even if I think just the switch to Grimmsnarl is a guaranteed game winner here, even if they go for drum beating. And if they don't go for drum beating, then you don't care because then you're just faster and you just win. And also, there's pair chance too, so you always have that.
That's true. Another pair.
And
Well,
here's the
drum
drum
beating
beating.
goes off. Reflect has to be running out now, right?
It's already gone. It's already gone. It was gone last turn.
Okay.
Actually. Yeah. So I think this is just the freest switch to Grimmsnarl of your life. It's not the freest switch of your life.
I mean, you could also just protect Flare Blitz, right? Get the Grimmsnarl in naturally in case it dies. I like that better.
I also. Oh yeah, Sneasler protected, duh. Yeah, that's totally fine. I think there's actually endless options. I think you can Flare Blitz, I think you can Parting Shot, I think you can Hard Switch. You can just do whatever you want. I think it's fine.
I think Parting Shot is not worth it. Also, what is this Incineroar's item? Is it a Guave Berry?
I think it's a Big Berry, yeah. That's crazy. I haven't seen Big Berry and Incineroar since like goddamn 2019.
This is a team after my own heart. Just healing, stalling. God, I love this kind of Pokemon.
All right.
I mean, does Sierra CC here?
I think he'll just live though. I imagine Instant just lives, right? She does CC, she calls it correctly, but he eats that like so juicy. Like that was
Easy
so
money style. High
That was
horsepower would
nuts.
have been the scary one, like if it was a double up.
But it's parried. It's parried, remember? So you don't even have to worry about it
yeah.
outspeeding you. So
My
now the
God, I keep
Sneasler's
forgetting about
down.
the para. That was so useful.
Yeah, the Rillaboom para actually. I mean, the one turn it got paralyzed was the turn where it switched to instant, and it probably was either a grassy glide or fake out. But
It's
it's
back
still
in the green.
is a Volcarona back to full. It finally did it. It finally went all the way back up.
Yeah, but the instant also went back up over half because of that big berry. This is so funny to me.
I mean, dude, Elise's team is just so hard to break. It's so there's. I think the Yon Ursaluna. I think because now we're looking at game two, right? Like at this point, Volcarona just cleans the game. I think we're probably gonna see a run, but Sierra might take the time to think. But going into game two, what are you doing if you're Sierra? You're sitting there, you're like, fuck, that was brutal. Volcarona went nuts. I think I'm slamming. I'm leading Ursaluna Blood Moon. I'm clicking A as fast as I can. Literally. Oh my god, we almost went the time.
Yeah,
um,
I mean that was a long ass game for real.
Yeah. But I'm slamming Ursaluna right away because I think there was no fake out lead, and I think that if the same lead, I'm thinking Alyse is going to lead the same thing. It worked really well. I think I want you on pressure right off the bat.
Yeah, I think you just get rid of the Primarina, honestly. I think you just run not Instant, sorry, Blood Moon over that Prim, and you kind of want all the other Pokemon. That Acrobatics could go really nuts if you save Terra for it too. Because
Yeah.
offensively, I don't think Elise has anything, and Terra Grass, you can't Terra out of that flying weakness on Bulk's end.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't even need to force the Terra no matter what. Sneasler's able to hit it. So I think if you're able to position with Yawn, prevent, Elise from getting too set up, and then you have that Sneasler in the back to clean up. Because this game took forever. Like, Sierra lost, but it took forever. It is possible to stall out that Light Clay. It is
Hmm.
possible to get, like, a cheeky little Swords Dance, especially if you're, going with the Yawn.
Well, because she did opt to run the Giga Drain set, which I think obviously paid off here. It was living forever. But the big downside of that is a Pokemon like Dragonite, it just completely walls it, right? Same as a fire type walls it. So having, like, there was that whole mid game where Sierra was just stalling with D-Knight Rilla. Like, I'm thinking maybe if it was just wasn't Prim the entire time and it was the Ursaluna, I think the game might have just been a little bit better for
Very
it, you know?
different.
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking, I like your plan. I think you just run it back, but you ditch Prim for Blood Moon, and you just say, hey, I'm going to yawn that guy. And I also still will have this potential, like, easy wall of both Rillaboom and the, like, with Rillaboom and Dragonite again, if I'm going to commit that Terra. So I don't think we're going to see Golduck, unfortunately. I don't think it's
It's
the
all
play
right.
here.
I think Elise is happy to be 1-0 with this
Yeah.
insane team, but is she up in the drip war? That is the question everyone's asking.
The drip war here. Um, we got the Puplio hat. We've got the rose shirt. No
The
marking.
rose shirt is really, really caring for me. I really like that. I feel like it's a bold play. We haven't seen it before in previous wars. Obviously, we got the Gardevoir shirt on the other end, but and the blue jacket. I don't know.
Blue
This is a
jacket.
tough one.
I think I'm gonna give it
I
Sierra.
think I'm
like the
leaning
rose
Sierra.
shirt. I like the rose shirt, dude. I think it's decided here. I think it's Sierra.
I think it's unmatched. Also, you can't see it right now, but Sierra's got some pretty drippy pants too. I feel like that, and just topping it off with the little Poplio. We got our winner. It was neck and neck. Elise is 1-0 in the battle. Sierra's up in the drip war.
And remember, going X and 1 is a big fucking deal to improve your chances of making it to the top cut, right? Like going into day 2, there's 4 matches now. There's 1 extra match added on to day 2 matches. Usually in the past, it was 2 to 3 matches. Now it's usually going to be 3 to 4, usually the 4. So there's 4 matches on this next day. So it's really, really important for this match is huge, right? So we are going to see Sneasler and Ursaluna. I didn't expect to see the Sneasler, but I like the Ursaluna lead a lot. But we're seeing Alyse just counter that with her own Sneasler and Incineroar. Wow, that was actually a really, really fire adjustment from Alyse.
I do like Sneasler a lot into this lead, especially because Sierra doesn't have Intimidate on her team, right? Um,
That was crazy.
yeah,
Does that a double fake out?
it is. Wait, I did not see it. She locked in. Was it actually double fake, huh?
I think we're going to see it, but I think it was a double
The
fucking
message
fake
is
out.
clear. Elise has got all the time in the world. Why don't you just not move for a turn?
I like how she also just insta-locked. She saw this lead. She said, I'm pressing double fake out. I kind of respect it to a degree, a little bit, but here we go. Let's see what happens. I guess.
Honestly, I don't love it. I feel like you're not getting too much out of it. But it is fine to just see, okay, wait, you're going to reposition maybe. Let me just adjust the next turn. Right now, I just want to make sure the Sneasler doesn't get like a cheeky Swords Dance or anything.
Let's see it. All right.
Double
Yep, double
fake out
fake
in the
out.
first, double fake out it is. And both of those shrugging it off, not too big of
Literally.
an issue.
Yeah.
I feel like Sarah's got a free sword stance this next turn.
Ooh, that protect seems really risky. Yeah, because
I
I
don't
mean,
see a purpose.
I guess you don't want to lose your sash, but it is hard. Because if I'm Sierra, I'm slamming fake out frame one onto that Sneasler, and I'm pressing sword stance. There's no real question, right? Like it just feels safe and good to pull it off.
Okay
But
with a fake out and instant just to avoid the parting, because worst
true.
case you'll lose your Rilla to a Dire Claw, but I understand that being pretty bad. You don't want to lose momentum in such a stally game like this. Losing them on early can be devastating. Gonna see the Swords Dance and likely that parting shot into Sneasler. What is Alyse switching into, Colin?
I don't know. I'm imagining Grim in the back feels weird, so I kind of feel like there's no Grim here. I'm probably expecting Volcarona does not want to come in. I forgot what it's not Oricorio, is it? Is Oricorio brought again? Oh, it is gonna be Grim in the back. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, then Grim, yeah. Fuck yeah, get the Thunderwave off. I think if you Thunderwave this Sneasler, um, I think that's huge. I think slowing it down is a big deal. It's still gonna be hard to get that Volk in position, because you do need to still get it to +1. Because Thunderwave just breaks some burden. Sneasler is still the fastest Pokemon on the field, even paralyzed.
That's not true because Elise's Sneasler is likely Jolly, so that
Okay,
Dire Claw might
okay,
move
you
before. In
got me.
case you see, no, it's important because if Sierra Grassy glides Acrobatics to take care of that Sneasler, if you get the Thunder Wave off, Elise is gonna get a Dire Claw off first. And I think maybe I would have liked to see a little bit of a slower play switch to Incin, just because that Sneasler is gonna be at -1 then. It's gonna eat Acrobatics or Grassy Glide. But maybe that's too passive. I'm not in the seat. Elise is 6-1. She knows what to do. She knows what's gotten her here, and we're gonna see the Terra flying, I assume, on Sierra's end.
You actually see
Oh, what is the
Terrafire.
Terra flying?
Okay. I think she's just saying, hey, I think Rillaboom is really valuable. I do not want to lose a Pokemon, like you mentioned earlier. And also, like, this is a free potential, um, what is it? Like, it just guarantees you don't lose a
High horsepower.
Pokemon. I think it's probably just a high horsepower plus, whatever. Maybe you should have, Grassy Glide just in case you get slept or paralysis here, and we're going to see the Para.
She's nodding her head like, damn, that is not good. How
And
did Grimmsnark
another
do it
SD.
twice?
To be fair, Sneasler is in a really safe, uncontested spot, and yeah, okay. So he's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
get the,
damage. That is
that's
Grassy
damage.
Glide range.
I like that. I like the SD high horsepower. I mess with that heavy, but now it's gonna be the paralysis is spread. It's time to set up some reflex, and we'll have to see how Alyse is gonna get through this one. I think she needs to try and position her Volcarona next to Incineroar to get a Quiver Dance, so you're able to get a KO onto the Sneasler. But I think Volcarona is in a position, once again, to potentially take control of this game. Because Blood Moon can't tear in the back. I mean, D-Knight could get obnoxious, maybe. But Reflex up, you have it Intimidate. Like, I think Volcarona can take this game if she's able to position it well. It's going to be hard to
Yeah,
position it, though. That's the problem.
that's what I'm worried about. I am a little scared about this Sneasler. It doesn't have, that Terra flying,
I
so
did not know.
Grimmsnarl eats that.
Holy shit.
Wow. That's +2, but
That
it does
was...
have Reflect.
Yeah, it was +2 with Reflect. Dude, she's just gonna slow
Like,
play this. Holy shit. She's just saying, yeah, I'm just gonna start hitting you foul play. I'm gonna try to just win with group snarl damage.
yeah, especially with the Grassy Seed up on Sneasler, you're just not doing damage into it. Dire Claw is pointless because you've already paralyzed it. So I think you just gotta switch into Incin and take what you can get with this foul play. I feel like Sierra's in a decent spot. Rillaboom still could take some damage, but you can trade that easily with a Grassy Glide. And this Intimidate's gonna make foul play do even less. So it's gonna be a slow, grindy match again.
Yep, it is. I think the big thing here is, like, Sierra can't switch out Sneasler, though. That's one of the worst parts about this, like, kind of deadlock, is that this Pokemon can't switch out because if it does, it loses on Burden, and if it loses on Burden, I think it's kind of worthless, and Volcarona will just completely take over the game. So I think it is essential to keep Sneasler in, and I like the continued Swords Dancing, right? But one of these turns, unfortunately for Sierra, like, the odds are just not in her favor because it's gonna get paralyzed, right? Like, that's just how it's gonna be. Like, it's gonna happen. You can't really avoid it. It's 1 in 4 every single turn, and everything's paralyzed. Like the Dire Claw, yeah, that was kind of unlucky, but the Thunder Wave is not unlucky. That's just how the move works.
And I'm not mad at Elise's choice here of foul play, though. Like, Sierra's felt very safe to just keep Sneasler in and keep Swords Dancing because Volcarona needs, an additional speed boost to outspeed Sneasler even after the paralysis. But you can use that attack stat against her right now. Clicking the
Mr.
foul play,
Buzz.
but we see Electabuzz. Is this going to be a protect? No, she's not afraid of foul play. She's got +1. She thinks it's not going to do anything. I think it's going to do like 60%. Oh my god.
I think it was +2, dude. I think it was at +2.
The Sneasler right now, it's a +4.
Oh, the Sneasler at +4? Holy fuck. Wow, that was an insane foul play. Foul play showing that it's like goated here over Spear Break as well. Now I think there is some potential here because Alyse does not have a single spread move. Yeah. Wait. Over the course of the whole team? I don't think so. Maybe Golduck. But either way, there's no spread moves here. So now
Golduck has Muddy Water.
So Buzz can hold down the line here and just keep follow meing, and Sneasler could start to try and get some traction, try to get some KOs, and try to do something, yeah. And then you can't Thunderwave Electabuzz either. So I think Sierra is actually in like a... The Buzz Spring was huge here. I think it's very, very useful. Setting up the screen.
Yeah, I think if you're able to just keep attacking, you don't get paralyzed, this might get really bad for Alyse. Especially if you're able to get a protect off on a fake out turn. Because this Buzz is not going to be easy to kill. You need to put at least 2 or even 3 hits into it. I'm kind of worried for Alyse right now. The momentum is not in her favor.
Yeah, and there's no way to like get rid of the Buzz. The Buzz is just fucking annoying. He's just sitting there. But if Buzz does go down, I think Volcarona just wins the game instantaneously. Well, not instantaneously. It does need to somehow get around Sneasler too. So it is kind of annoying, and we are going to see a Terra committed here by Alyse. So now the Volcarona doesn't like... I mean, it still is fine into Blood Moon. It can still probably get through it. I think the Buzz is just like a huge wall that needs to be removed right now.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be difficult. If I'm Sierra, I'm kind of debating whether I want to protect or follow me in case of a paralysis. I think I just fully lean into it, go for the double protect. See Sneasler go for it. I think Buzz is going to go for it too.
It doesn't.
It didn't.
It's going for webs.
Going for the webs to regain the speed control.
Oh my god, and it crit. No.
No poison.
And we crit the Grimmsnarl, but the light screen was huge there. Unironically, the light screen saves Sneasler. That's so funny.
Okay, but now is Sierra Sneasler faster? I think it is, right?
Yeah, we're gonna actually see it swap. Oh no, that seems really risky.
I feel like there's no perfect play here, but I think you just gotta bank on a paralysis no matter what, right? Like, there's no reason for Sierra not to aggro that slot.
I think she always accros that slot, and then Sneasler gets para. That's brutal. Did she go for follow me? She goes for webs again.
Just to ensure that the Sneasler goes down.
I kind of think she called
maybe
it.
I would have liked to see. No, this is perfect. I think Sierra should have just followed me, honestly, because it's so hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have truly mattered if Sneasler stayed in. That paralysis is all she needed. She's back in this game.
That was a huge, huge para. So now, I think Volcarona... I mean, it could get taunted as well, right? Like, Volcarona is not in a spot to set up yet. There is a Terrafire Rillaboom. I don't know. And there's a full HP Ursaluna. I think it's still very, very winnable for Sierra.
Yeah, it's definitely winnable, especially because Sneasler is in glide range.
True. I don't know if I love the Giga Drain. I think it should just be a Fiery Dance, right?
This is so tricky.
This is really tricky.
I think you just have to rely on paralysis on the Rillaboom, but even then, how are you getting through this Blood Moon right now? I feel like it's got a free yawn on its hands.
I think it does have a free yawn on its hands. And also, Grimmsnarl has unfortunately hit dead weight status. It is not... It was goated for those first, like, 5-6 turns, but right now it's sitting against 2 special attackers, both of which cannot be paralyzed, and it's chilling, dude. These Pokemon are chilling.
I bet she's wishing she had Spirit Break now.
We are going to see Protect.
That's a weird one.
That's a crazy one.
I don't love that.
We're gonna see the spider webs though. I mean, dude, the electro web spam has actually been really goaded for Sierra here with this Electabuzz. He actually ended up being the fucking MVP. I didn't think she was even gonna bring him. I thought D-Knight was good, but Electabuzz clearly. I mean, I think maybe Sierra just recognized how valuable the single target was, right? Like where she was like, hey, she can't actually get me if I have the buzz in. You know, like she can't kill the Sneasler. So I think her plan, I like her plan in this game, and I think that she should, if there is a game 3, probably stick to the plan of the buzz and just try to set up Sneasler as best as you can. Maybe even protect it so it doesn't get paralyzed, and then bring in that buzz and just protect it that way. I like that plan. I think it was extremely effective, but unfortunately the paralysis just didn't really go her way. I think she also probably should follow me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I also think though, it's the unfortunate part of her plan is that she kind of has to eat a paralysis. It's impossible to
Yeah.
position the Electabuzz in the back while also like dealing with Elisa's Sneasler because that's kind of all she has for it if she doesn't bring that Dragonite.
Yeah.
Or you have to like burn the Terra on the Rillaboom, which isn't crazy, but maybe I'd like to see it more on like the Blood Moon or something, just so you can actually get a yawn off. That feels a lot more valuable than, having your Rillaboom on the field because all it is doing is clicking Fake Out in the Sudden Grassy terrain. I feel like drum beating isn't as crazy. It is really nice to have, but Buzz has the webs, and that Grassy Seed on Bird and combo is just so good for Sierra. I think as long as you can protect it, there's no spread moves. Sierra might be able to pull off this same thing in game 3.
She's gonna need insane. Alyse is gonna need insane paralysis here to even like have some of a shot. But I don't even think there is one because I think the yawn is just too brutal here. There it is.
You could get crit, I guess.
Maybe a misplay, letting the Blood Moon die. Okay, there's the first one. I think that's valuable. I don't even think a crit will kill Rillaboom, dude. That's the thing. I think this Volcarona is trained to be very
No,
bulky.
you have to crit kill the Versa.
Oh. Or you just... Okay, you get the second quiver. Get a first turn wake. Get the Giga Drain kill, maybe.
I don't even know if Giga Drain kills. This is the scary part.
In Grassy Terrain, dude, I'm thinking it doesn't.
I
But
think
I'm
it
really
does.
I'm hoping
I think
so,
it
dude.
does in Grass, dude.
Alright, high
High
horsepower.
horsepower.
That was good. That
That's
was decent.
sizable. Especially
That was
because I
real.
think the Reflect is still up, right?
I thought we just saw it go down. I think it just went down.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention. Then that's
And you miss
not
it
amazing
quick.
damage.
Yeah, okay, now it's sleeping. I mean, honestly, if there's a Pokemon that could, like, get through this, it might be this Volcarona, dude. And then, yeah, you just spam Giga Drain. I think you just keep the Giga Drains there. Because in the 1v1 versus Rilla, I think you can just protect yourself to heal most of the damage back. Let's see how much
Yeah,
this
and then
does.
Giga Drain it. Blood Moon's gonna do like, what?
Dude, this is so winnable.
Oh my god. I think it's a first turn wake though, because that high horsepower is doing a lot.
High horsepower is the problem. But, like, the thing is there is para chances on every single high horsepower.
And a miss chance. And there's the
And
light screen gone too. So I think actually an Earth Power, high horsepower will get this.
it gets the first turn.
It will-
Does it kill? Does it kill?
that's
It
that's dead.
one-shot.
That's dead. What a match. Elise can't believe it.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Back to full. It's
I
cooked
think,
now. It's cooked.
yeah, I think you can Giga Drain this Rilla. I think it's fine. I don't think high horsepower's doing enough. It's doing like 30%.
You can also like play it super safe and just protect every turn, and I think you'll
Oh.
win even harder. Yeah,
No,
look
that
at
is.
that was
What a
big.
game.
That
Oh
was
my
a
god.
crazy ending. I
Dude, I
thought the
stopped analyzing because I thought Sierra just won.
I didn't expect Blood Moon to do so little though, is the thing, but we are gonna
Yeah.
see the Fiery Dance. I don't think she can click a wrong move here. I think all 4 moves are legit. Fiery Dance, let's see how much it does. Yeah, sure. Get the boost. Gets the boost.
Yep.
And there's the
And it's
para.
paralyzed. It doesn't get better than that. You just fiery dance.
You just
She's
keep
not
it
even going for the protect. She just wants the game to be over so she can move on to 7-1. That is amazing. Golduck went 7-1.
Golduck did, and Oricorio the only one in the tournament. She kind of went nuts there. I mean, we got to see her strategy in full effect, and obviously, the para was kind of brutal, but at the same time, like, that's the nature of Grimmsnarl, and like, Sierra didn't have an active way to deal with Grimmsnarl. I think sometimes when you do lose to Grimmsnarl like that, it is like, it's kind of your fault because you do need to actively deal with him, and I think she was so close to actually figuring out a way to beat this team, but unfortunately, she powered through that first turn weight Giga Drain.
Yeah, no, that was
Fire.
crazy. I thought the game was gonna be over, but Volk
I
is just
did.
too strong.
Volk was nuts. That was sick.
And
And
that's a bulky ass Volk too. This is a really cool set. I'm so glad we covered it. I'm inspired. You know, if you see me at Vegas with a Golduck, just know I'm betting it all on Cloud9.
and that's how it should be. But thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.